I'm legally inside the United States. My father petitioned for my LPR when he was an LPR under F2B. I got an I-130 approved and a priority date. After that, my dad became a naturalized U.S. citizen, but has not told the USCIS of being a citizen. My F2B is current now, but since my dad is a citizen, I am now under F1, but never filed I-130 for F1. Can I do adjustment of status based on F2B now? Do I have to recapture the priority date from F1 to F2B or do a retention?
What is your status right now?
Temporary protected status.
Okay, so you can't adjust as temporary protected status. You can go home to pick up your green card and process to get your green card back home unless you're 245I eligible, but you still need to go through that process. All you have to do is write a letter to the National Visa Center and say, here's a copy of my dad's citizenship, but I'm electing to stay in the F2B category, and you're allowed to do that. You don't have to change from F2B to F1 if the F2B is faster. You just have to write them a letter and say, I'm electing to stay in the F2B category. My question for you is, I don't know how you would adjust here. You would still have to process to go home and come back. And even though you're in temporary protected status, any time that you are out of status before temporary protected status may trigger a 3 or 10 year bar. So you may need a provisional waiver too.
No, I was never out of status.
What do you mean you were never out of status?
I was on F1 status as a student, then I went to temporary protected status.
Okay, so temporary protected status is not a status that allows you to adjust your status. You would still need to go home and come back. You would not be able to adjust here with TPS.
But I could do a retention for F2B
Correct.
and go
Yes,
home, right?
Correct. And assuming you went from F1 to temporary protected status without ever being out of status, you would not have a 3 or 10 year bar triggered. But you would have to write the National Visa Center and advise them of all of this.
I have to write that myself?
You have a lawyer who can do it too, but somebody's got to write it.
Okay, and just mail it to them, or is it online?
You mail it to them, to the National Visa Center with your case number.
With my case number.
Correct.
Thank you, Brad,
You're
so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome.